Don't wait for January 1st. If you do these 7 things before the year ends, you will walk into 2026 feeling calmer, clearer, and not behind. First thing that you need to do before 2026 is clearing the visible clutter. And I don't mean your desk. I mean your inbox, your phone, the accounts you follow on social media. I used to open my phone and instantly feel anxious or in a bad mood, and nothing even happened yet. My inbox literally looked chaotic and my feed was just a lot. That very feeling didn't go away for me until I started clearing things out. Something that I like to do is to set a timer, give myself 20 minutes or 30 minutes and say, I'm gonna do the most that I can in this time frame, and then I'm gonna let it go. The second thing is deciding what you are not bringing into the new year. Have you ever been doing something completely unrelated, like driving or showering or trying to relax, and a thought just pops up into your head and you think, I really need to deal with that? That's what I'm talking about. That's the thing. It could be a project at work that never got wrapped up, or a meeting you keep pushing off, or a decision that you've been avoiding. It keeps coming up because nothing has been decided yet. So before the year ends, pick one thing that you are not bringing into January, just one, and write it down and decide what you're going to do with it. Either you're finishing it before the year ends, you're choosing a specific time to deal with it in the new year, or you're letting it go. That's what gives you that real fresh start feeling in the new year. The next one is the fastest way on this list to free up the time that you didn't even realize you were losing. Automate one reoccurring task. And I mean one thing that you do manually every single month that you could just put on autopilot. So something I started to do is put all of my reoccurring skincare essentials on subscriptions. So I go on Amazon and I put auto subscribe, comes in at the same time every single month. You save the money and you stop just wasting the energy deciding, do you need to reorder your vitamins, or oh, your skincare ran out, and all these kind of things pop up. You don't realize how much energy you're using on these tiny decisions until you remove them. So look at your life right now and what's one thing that you're doing every month that you could automate. So if you want to feel prepared in 2026 instead of having that feeling that everything is sneaking up on you, this is going to be a game changer. Number 4 is putting the key dates you already know that you have next year into your calendar before the year starts. So I'm 34. If you're in a similar season of life as me, these past few years have probably been a lot of weddings and baby showers back to back. So before the year ends, open up your calendar and block the dates that you already know are coming in 2026 that are very important. Birthdays, weddings, trips, deadlines, or busy seasons at work. So something that I like to do with this is to add in the events around it that I need to do, like hair appointments, or I need to buy an outfit for a wedding. Having that all blocked off in my calendar just really helps that last minute stress. This will definitely help you feel calm going into all of your events into 2026. This next one is going to feel a little uncomfortable at first, but it removes an invisible weight that you've probably been carrying for longer than you realize. Book the appointment you already know that you need. That could be a doctor's appointment, the dentist, therapy, or anything you've been meaning to book but keep putting it off. Not thinking about it or researching it, actually opening up your calendar or picking up the phone and booking it. These are the kind of things that most of us delay because they're inconvenient or they're slightly uncomfortable. And because of that, they stay undone for months. What I've noticed is that the stress isn't really about the appointment itself. It's the fact that it's unfinished and it's just kind of running in the back of your head that I still need to deal with that. And once it's booked, it's no longer floating around in your head. It has a date and it's handled. So before the year ends, choose one appointment you've been avoiding to book and book it. Something that's helped me not avoid those appointments for too long is always scheduling the next one at the current one, maybe for 6 months out or 3 months out, and that helps me stay on top of all of my appointments. We want to clear that 2025 energy and step into 2026 with new and fresh energy. I know we love a vision board over here, but for this next point, if you really want 2026 to be your year, create an action board for January. It's the thing that helps you actually follow through when the motivation starts to wear off. So it looks similar to a vision board, but the focus is completely different. A vision board is usually about the end result, what you want your life to look like. An action board is about what you actually need to do to get there. Because the reality is, by the second week of January, motivation drops. If all you have is a goal, it's really easy to stop. But an action board board helps you keep focused on the process. For example, instead of images of the outcome, you're looking at images of the action. The walk, the workout, the filming setup, the notebook, the laptop open, whatever the real repeatable action is for you, you could put it on this action board. It actually helps change how you move throughout the month, and you're stepping into the season by taking the action over and over again instead of just visualizing the end result. So before the year ends, create a simple action board for January and put it somewhere that you will see, because when January gets hard, this is what's going to help keep you moving. And this last thing that you need to do before 2026 is going to help you have a clear direction for the year. And that is to choose a word for the year. And what that really means is deciding what you want this year to be guided by. So maybe your word is consistent or disciplined or present. The word helps you keep from defaulting on the same patterns or chasing things just because you always have. And it gives you a sense of direction without turning everything into a checklist. I think the thing too with our goals is that a lot of the goals we see are the same kind of goals, like lose weight, make a lot of money, and things like that. But when you are able to choose your word of the year, you can start to realize what goals are really uniquely yours. So before the year ends, take a minute and think about what you want more of this next season of your life in 2026. Once you have that word, write it down and keep it somewhere visible, because as the year starts moving faster, it gives you something steady to come back to. So take this time and let's step into the new year, new feeds, no open loops, and just feeling that fresh feeling into 2026 so that we can feel like we're stepping into something new. Because we don't want to say new year, new me, but still bringing along old energy. These 7 things will help you feel like you are getting your life together before 2026. But there's a difference between people who feel like they're just repeating the same year over and over and the people who completely transform their life in the new year. And it all comes down to their daily habits. So make sure you check out my next video here breaking down the habits that will make 2026 your year. Thank you so much for watching.